guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to be putting on a full face of Sisley, near full face. There's a couple of products I don't have. One is their bronzer and the other is their eyebrow products, and I don't have a Sisley primer either. So I've already put on my primer, and it's a by Tirau one, which I purchased about just a few days ago because I tried some samples. I really like it. So now I've got the full size of it and I've already put that on. So we'll start with the foundation, and I got this one. It's the Sisley, the tint is the anti-aging foundation. It says it's smoothing, plumping radiance, and I got this in the shade 2.R Organza. I haven't opened the packet yet, so I haven't even tried this foundation. Hopefully the shade's okay. I got this shade because Liz from Chikuhodo Luxury Makeup, her and me are similar in skin tone. This is the shade she used, so hopefully that will be okay. Most of the products I recently just bought. There's some that I've used before in other videos, and that is the concealer, the So Stretch mascara. I'll use that today, and I've used that in other videos as well. And also I did a video quite a while ago now, and that was on the Sisley Rephr blushes when I brought 3 of them. So I'll just see once I've got my eye makeup on which shade I'm going to go with today. So I'm just going to open this up and take a look at the packaging inside. It has a shelf life of 12 months. It is made in France. This has been around for quite a while, so this isn't a new release. I don't know how long it's been out for. So this foundation is oil-free, and it has Sisley skincare ingredients in it. So those of you that haven't seen it, here is the bottle. It's in a frosted type of glass. Hold that a bit closer. So I'm thinking, just looking at the shade, it probably should be okay. So I am going to shake the bottle. I've made a mistake with a couple of foundations that I've tried over the last few months by not shaking the bottle first, and one of them was a La Mer foundation. It was just very, very watery when I first went to try it, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a shake, and it's actually quite a thick foundation. It's not runny when you put it on your hand, but that was only after I'd given it a shake. So here's the foundation. It is slightly runny. I'm going to put it on using the BK Beauty, this is the 101 foundation brush. It has a fragrance. I don't mind fragrance in foundations, and this fragrance, I'm not quite sure what the fragrance is, but it smells really, really nice. So this is a great match, this foundation. So far, Liz and I, we do have very similar skin tone, so it's quite good. I can rely on her. If she's got a foundation that she's trying that I haven't used, I can rely on the shade that she's using, that it will suit me. This gives a strong medium finish. It's covering my redness. I've also put on like another layer over my cheeks here, and it builds really, really beautifully. Just going to use the rest of the foundation that's on my hand. It feels sort of just like I thought one of these luxury brand foundations would feel like the other one brands that I have, because they have the skincare ingredients in them. They just feel just slightly different to other foundations that don't have that skincare in them. It feels like you're really just putting on a really lovely moisturizer, and you aren't adding a layer onto your skin. It's sort of quite hard to describe, but there is a difference when you use these foundations that have really gorgeous skincare in them. And because it has skincare in it, I am going to put just what's left on my brush. I've got no foundation left in my hand anyway, but I'm not going to add any more foundation, but I'm going to put some under my eyes and on my eyelids as well. I've mentioned it before, but with my oily skin, and if I use a foundation that is specifically geared towards oily skin and it's matte, and I go to put some under my eyes, I find that they're just a little bit too drying and I can end up looking a bit cakey. So when I use those type of foundations, I just tend to put the foundation on my face but I don't do my eyelids and I don't do under my eyes either. But this foundation should be fine. And it's really just to give a light covering. Well, this foundation gives an absolutely gorgeous finish. It feels like I only just put it on, so by the time I put some concealer and do my eyebrows, I'll sort of be able to tell you a bit more. But at this stage, it does feel like I do need to set it down with powder, because otherwise my oils would come through in another hour or two and it may go from just looking really lovely and radiant to getting a little bit greasy. So that's what it feels like at this stage, but it does feel lovely on the skin. So now I'm going to put on some concealer. This is the Sisley concealer. This is in shade number 2. This is the one that has the metal tip and just feels beautiful when you put it on. I've been using this now, when did I buy it? Probably about 3 months ago, maybe a bit more. And I do try some other concealers, and I recently just got the Tom Ford concealer, which I really like, but I do tend to come back to this one. I think it's because, again, it has just that extra skincare ingredients in it. And I find with under the eyes, as you get older, now I'm 52, definitely have wrinkles under the eyes. These type of formulas they're just very kind to the under eyes, and they don't cake up, or sometimes they can some can dry down just a little bit, and even if that happens, it can emphasize the wrinkles even more. But this concealer doesn't do that. It's really, really lovely. So I just dot some under the eye area. And the thing with this too, even if I find I put on a little bit too much, it doesn't seem to be an issue. It doesn't seem to go too thick or anything like that. And I've actually got more on the side than that one, so I'll just wipe a bit off and put some under here. And I'm going to just blend that in using the Sonia G. This is one of those fusion brushes. This is the soft concealer. And just blend that in. I do take quite a while putting products on under my eyes, and in my videos, and probably with this one as well, I'll edit a lot of it out. This is one of the things that I do take my time with. If I think that the brush hasn't quite blended it in how I want it to, then what I will do is take my finger and just press it in, and that usually does the trick. There's just something about using your finger, the warmth from your skin, just to melt product in, and that just helps just blend it all in. But it is a really lovely concealer. So now off camera, I'm just going to put some eyeshadow primer on, and I'll also do my eyebrows, and I'm going to powder under my eyes off camera because I use the by Tirau, this is the pressed powder palette, and I find this perfect for under my eyes. But I did buy the Sisley loose powder, so I will do that on camera when I set down the foundation. So I'm just going to do those couple of things and then I'll be back. So here's the Sisley powder. I haven't tried this yet. I know that Liz just raves about it. It's one of her favorites. I got the shade like she has in 2 Matte. It's called the Loose Face Powder and it has hibiscus flower extract. It has 12 grams of product and it is made in Italy. I think I've seen a few videos on this where I think it's this one where they say it's a little bit messy, the container. So here is the packaging with the Sisley logo. And there is a mirror inside and a small little powder puff. I won't use that. I'll use one of my brushes. And then there is just a sticker in here to peel off to get to the product. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shake, not too much. I don't know how much product comes out, so I'm just going to shake it very lightly. And I sort of can see what they mean by the mess, because then you end up with sort of a mess over the mirror. So I'm going to grab the Lumiere powder brush, this one, and just get some on my brush. I'm going to tap off the excess. I'll just swirling it around with the product that came out, and I'll just tap that off. So I only just did a very light dusting of the powder and it feels really beautiful. I'm pretty sure this has a scent as well. I could also still smell the scent from that foundation. So that does linger for a little bit, but it is a beautiful scent. And I also have, hopefully you can't see, I've got like 2 or 3 glitter things going on my face. And that's not from any of these Sisley products. Yesterday I was just playing around with some makeup and I decided to use a glitter on my eyes. And even though I cleaned up, there's still glitter floating around in here. It's like a fairy had a party in this room. So hopefully I didn't end up with too much more glitter on my face, but it does feel really beautiful and it really has blurred out my pores even more. I mean, the foundation gave a really gorgeous finish, but this powder does. It just softens the face and blurs the pores. So I can see why it is a lot of people's favorite powder. It really is beautiful. So I don't have a Sisley bronzer, so I'm going to use the Westman Atelier bronzer. Everything that I'm using today will be listed in the description box below. I'm going to use the Tom Ford. This is the bronzer brush. And just pop some bronzer on. So I've never tried any Sisley eyeshadows before either. So I've only just picked up 2 singles. These are the Lefito Ombre ones. And I got the colour Silky Chestnut, number 20. And number 12, which is Silky Rose. So it'll just be a fairly simple look today. As I said, I've never tried one of these shadows before. So this is the casing that it comes in. They are fairly small. They have, just trying to have a look, 1.5 grams of product. And these are made in Italy as well. And inside this case is a little mirror and the product. And they also have a tiny little brush there as well. So what I'll do is I'll swatch each of these shades on my hand so you can take a closer look. So here is the Silky Chestnut and this one here is the Silky Rose. These feel really, really beautiful. I'm sure they're going to blend out beautifully on the eyes. So it's only 2 shades that I'm using. So I'm going to take my Rephr number 15 brush. This is one of my most used brushes. And I'm first going to use the Silky Rose. And you might not be able to see this one too much on my lid, but I just want to pop this one on first. And then I will use the Silky Chestnut colour, and then I'll probably go over some of the chestnut colour with the shade again. The shadow is blending really beautifully. I'm going to take the Rephr number 14 and I'm going to start using the colour called Silky Chestnut. This isn't going to be a bold eye look, it's just going to be fairly simple. But I was looking online and I thought these two colours would just go, they're nice safe colours to test out what these products are like, and just something I can wear each day or just for an everyday type of look. Then I'm going to put some of that same shade. I'm going to use the Rephr number 3 and just put some on my lower lash line. These shadows blend really, really beautifully. I'm going to use the Silky Chestnut colour. I'm going to take the Sonia G, this is the Builder 3, and I'm going to place this all over each eyelid, and then I'm going to go over a bit with that lighter colour as well. Then I'm going to take the Sonia G Crease 1 brush. I'm going back into Silky Rose, and even though this is a crease brush, I find it quite good if someone's like to put a lighter colour just up through here, and this is a really good brush for that. It picks up quite a bit of product, and it's just because of the more pointed end you can do a bit more detailed work. And with the same colour, I'm just using the Chikuhodo, this is the F03 brush, and just go over the chestnut colour just in the inner part of my eyelid here. I can still see a few bits of glitter. I think it's because of my microfiber cloth in front of me. So if you can see any glitter, it's not from any of these products. And then again with that lighter shade, I don't know whether it will show that well, but I'm just going to add a bit just to subtly highlight the inner corner. Well, I really like these two shadows. The colours are very soft, but it's definitely something that I would wear for an everyday type of look, and they blend beautifully. So I'm going to pick up a few more shades, probably one, if they've got it, that's even lighter than this Silky Rose that I've put on, and then even perhaps if I can get a deeper shade than this chestnut colour. This is beautiful, but it'll be quite nice maybe for evening just to pop in even a little bit more of a deeper colour just in the crease and in the outer corner, just to make it a little more dramatic. So I'll see what they've got, and like I said, try and pick up another couple of colours. So I did pick up an eyeliner. This is the Phyto Kohl Star Waterproof Liner, and I got this in the shade Sparkling Brown. I haven't tried a Sisley eyeliner before, so I'm not sure how this will wear. But once I've uploaded this video, I will pin a comment and just give an update on how everything wore with this foundation and the eyeshadow, whether it creased or not, this eyeliner, whether it transferred. Because really what I'm looking for with an eyeliner is one that'll go on very smoothly, because when you've got mature skin, your skin moves when you put on eyeliner, and it just makes it a lot easier if it doesn't tug when you're putting it on. And then because I've got oily skin, I don't want an eyeliner that transfers either. So this is the packaging that it comes in. It has a sharpener in the end, just like the Chanel eyeliners, and it is a twist up and twist down. So I'll pop some on and see how it goes. This is a really beautiful colour. Well, I hope that this eyeliner lasts like it's supposed to, because it's stunning. Goes on beautifully and smoothly, and it has the most gorgeous sparkle in it. It's just not over the top, but it is just really, really pretty. So now I'm going to put on some mascara. This is mascara that I have had for a little while. It's the Sisley So Stretch one. This is for lengthening. And for those that haven't seen it, the brush is quite thin, but it's also quite, just getting that to focus, it's also quite long as well. And when you put it on, you can feel it, you can feel a slight sort of tug on the lashes, and it definitely does lengthen them. So I just want to curl my eyelashes first. My eyelashes aren't dead straight. I have curly hair, but there's the odd sort of rogue lash that sticks out a bit straight. So I do like to curl them before I put on mascara. I think I've had this mascara, it might be coming up close to 3 months, and I really don't like keeping mascaras longer than 3 months. I'll see how it goes on today. Hopefully the formula hasn't dried out too much. It's probably been 3 or so weeks since I've put this on, but if it has dried out, I will be replacing it because I really like it. It seems to be fine. This is a really good mascara because it doesn't transfer. I can have issues with some mascaras because they do, especially with my oily lids. But once this is on, it definitely stays put until you remove it in the evenings. This mascara also layers really well. I like to layer my mascara 2 or 3 times, and I do take quite a while to do my mascara. That's why usually in my videos I sort of skip this part. So I'll just finish this eye and then I will do the other eye off camera. I also like this mascara, the wand, as well. I find with a skinnier type wand that I'm less likely to make a mess with the mascara, and I can also get into the corners a bit easier as well. So for the blush, I have 3 Sisley Lafito blushes. I've got one coral, the other one's rosy fuchsia, and I've also got rosewood. And before I put my eyeshadows on, I wasn't sure which colour that I was going to use, but I'm going to go with rosewood. This is a beautiful deep colour, and I've used it quite a few times. This is a beautiful formula. They come individually in these little pouches, and then here's the packaging on the outside. And this one is rosewood. If you want to see what the other 2 colours that I have look like on, then I'll link the video that I did quite a while ago just above, and you can take a look at that. I'm going to use the Chikuhodo. This is the F03 brush. These are pretty pigmented, these blushes, so I'm just very lightly tapped. I can always add a bit more colour if I want to, but they are just really beautiful blushes. They blend beautifully, and they have, the formula would be sort of like a demi matte. They're just beautiful. And lastly is lipstick, and I actually bought a lip liner. I don't have a lot of lip liners. I'll use one today though and see what this formula is like. I'm just trying to think which lip liners I have. I think I've got a Chanel one. I've got a Laura Mercier one, and I've also got a Charlotte Tilbury one. This is in the shade Nude. I went fairly safe with the colour. As I said, I don't have many of them. This also comes with a pencil sharpener, which is really good. And here's what the pencil looks like. I'll do a swatch on the back of my hand so you can take a look. So here is the lip liner, just a very basic nude shade. On the other end of the pencil is a very small, it's a lip brush. So I'll pop some of this lip liner on. It's very smooth going on, which is really nice. There's no tug putting it on. Well, that went really well putting it on. And I don't know really why I don't wear lip liner more. I think it's because really I forget about it, and often my everyday shades are neutral type of shades, and I sort of feel like I don't need lip liner. I haven't got the fullest of lips. I don't certainly have any lip filler in, but they're not really thin either, and that's probably why I don't reach for a lip liner. But when I do put them on, it looks really nice once you've got all the lipstick on. So here's the lipstick. It's in this really beautiful velvet type of covering with a Sisley logo. And here is the packaging inside. And this is the shade. It's a fairly nude colour. I'll swatch it on my hand here so you can take a look. So here's the lipstick here, and that is the lip liner. So they should go really well together. So this is the first time that I've actually used a Sisley lipstick, and the formula feels really, really beautiful. It's quite moisturizing and quite creamy. I have a feeling that it's gonna just feel quite comfortable for the rest of the day while I'm wearing it. So I'll pop on some of the lip gloss that I got. This is a intense glow. It's called Lapito Gloss, and as I said, this is the shade 2, and it is the shade Aurora. So here is the packaging of the lip gloss. All the packaging for these Sisley products are just beautiful, and that's no surprise. They're just really, really gorgeous. So the shade Aurora has a very slight pink to it. Not a lot, but just enough just to give a tiny lift to that lipstick that I put on. It feels really lovely. It doesn't feel sticky, and I think it looks really nice, and it also goes really nice with the lipstick that I got as well. So I'm not going to put on any finishing powder. I've only just got the setting powder, that Sisley one that I put on just before, and I really want to see how this foundation wears just with the foundation and then that setting powder without putting a finishing powder on as well. So overall, I really love this look. Just a beautiful, soft, neutral, everyday type of look. Now, I don't know whether it is the foundation or it's the powder, or it's a combination of the foundation and powder, but the finish is just stunning. It's just gorgeous. My skin, for 52-year-old skin, with the foundation and that powder, just look beautiful. It's just given, and like I said, I don't know which one it is, whether it's the foundation or the powder. The foundation looked really good when I put it on, but the powder has just taken it, I think, just to that next level. And my pores are blurred. The setting powder doesn't give, it feels just beautiful. It isn't a dried down type of feeling. It's sort of quite hard to explain. But I think, I mean, I'm quite critical of how my skin and makeup looks. They say you're your own worst critic, and I am. So I feel like I am very critical and can give quite an honest and open opinion. So when I say that really I'm quite stunned at the foundation and the powder, I really am. They are just beautiful. The Sisley are luxury products. They are not, certainly not cheap in any way. They are higher priced, and I don't mind paying that, especially when you get such a beautiful finish. And because I think of the skincare ingredients and the formulation of this, I mean, it would look good on any age, but certainly formulated for or suitable for someone that has mature skin. I know I keep repeating myself, but it really does give this really gorgeous soft look to the skin. So I'm absolutely thrilled with everything that I picked up. I think the shadows are gorgeous. I love the eyeliner. Mascara is one of my favorites anyway. I won't repeat about the foundation and powder again. The blushes are stunning. The lip liner went on beautifully. The lipstick's gorgeous. And I think the lip gloss is really gorgeous too. So really thrilled with everything that I picked up. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye.